summer vacation, that time of the year where you spend the most money on random things, and amongst those random things you still forget to buy certain ones. And what do I mean about that? We'll see later in this video. Hello my brothers and sisters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of July 2026. I'm not gonna dwell too much because holy shit, this is probably the biggest haul of the year. Not probably, it definitely is. Let's get straight into it. And first off, we have the Elusive Samurai Volume 20. And this is actually a huge milestone because even though I have yet to read this volume, it has in fact done another time jump. How do I know this? Because the spine colors are different. Every time that the spine colors change, we make a massive time jump. And I am looking very much forward to that because that means we're gonna have a 3-act structure in this manga. Well, this will be the 3rd act. Looking very much forward, not just to reading this, but the rest of it once it actually comes out. Right, Samurai, Volume 20, next one. And next up we have Chainsaw Man, Volume 21. There's not much we can say about this. Really wished that Fujimoto didn't just fuck around in the final act of this because he had set up so much that he just left out of the picture. But nevertheless, I'm still looking forward to having it all. And yes, that first part, those first 11 volumes are peak. The rest of it is still good. Even if the ending is a bit sour in the mouth, still think it goes down quite smoothly. Chainsaw Man, Volume 21. Next one. And next up we have Dandadan, Volume 19. It is still hard for me to believe that I'm almost up on Volume 20 of this series. It feels like yesterday I started collecting it, but no, it's been a few years. It just goes by at a blistering pace because how are we already at Volume 19? This man just doesn't know how to put on the brake. He's just pumping out 5 or 6 volumes a year. The insane speed this man delivers pages is just holy shit. I love this one. I'm looking very much forward to getting more into it. We are currently in this game board arc. I don't know how to explain it, just that I really do dig it and I'm looking forward to see how it's gonna conclude. Next one. And next up we have Sakamoto Days Volume 22. This is also a series that is quickly going towards its end. I think we are a few chapters away from Sakamoto Days wrapping up. Shonen Jump, what are you gonna do once One Piece decides to just leave on the final voyage? I have no idea. But until then, I'm looking very much forward to reading the rest, the final part of Sakamoto Days, because I enjoyed fully. I think the action is great, I think the humor is great, I think the page layout is awesome, and I just dig this series thoroughly, especially considering it doesn't really take itself too serious. Sakamoto Days Volume 22, and yes, I'm going at blistering speeds because we are not even close to halfway through this haul. Next one. And next up we have Thunders 3 Volume 7. I believe there's only 2 more volumes to go and then that will be the full series, because as I found out last time, this manga did indeed went on a hiatus, but it then came back from that hiatus and finished last year, if I'm not mistaken. So Volume 9 will be the final one, which means I'm only missing 2 more volumes and then I will have the whole thing. Cannot wait to dive into this. It looks awesome as hell, but considering I've almost got all of it, might as well get the final 2 and just read the whole damn thing. Next one. And next up we have Peak, also known as Kagurabachi Volume, in this case, 7. This is going into a massive arc. It is an all-out war. Kind of feels like a game where we have to fight through a tower, but it is not the good guys who's gonna fight through a tower, it's the bad guys. Holy shit, reading that weekly was a sensation. Yes, the one after it is even more chaotic, but especially this one because it was that simple. Just go up the tower and then defeat the bad guys, or run from the bad guys up the tower. It just made it easier to follow from a week-to-week basis, whereas the arc afterwards is a bit more chaotic, and I cannot wait reading it in physical format where I can read a lot more chapters in one go and have all of it fresh in my mind and connect all the dots. But nevertheless, Kagurabachi, awesome series. Just looking forward to see where part 2 is gonna go once it finishes up this Gaiden arc, which I still enjoy very, very much. Next one. And next up we have Kingdom, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. It's been a minute, but I finally remembered that. But yeah, I had that one series I wanted to collect 12 volumes this year. Maybe I should start collecting it. So I am back on the Kingdom train. I think I am 5 or 6 volumes behind. So there's a lot to catch up on. But considering it's still going at a rapid pace with the release schedule, hopefully it means the numbers are good. But I'm not sure. Still a bit iffy if this is gonna keep the license. I hope we're gonna get everything, because that maybe we will get other older series. Just gonna continue supporting Kingdom and this, just to please give us more of these series that we have been demanding for years, because the fans will answer, hopefully. Next one. And next up we have Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Volume 5. Just slowly chugging along, trying to catch up on the 11, 13, whatever volumes that is out. And whenever I have time, I think this will be the next one I dive into, because again, I've been collecting 5 volumes of the series I have never read. What are the chances that it's gonna suck? Hopefully not high, considering all the research I did beforehand, but you never know. But I am confident that I'm gonna love this series. Right. Still have a lot to go. And next up is a biggie. It is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 30, also known as the final volume. This is it. I think I will have to actually get Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo just to kind of wrap it all up until he does another spin-off series. But yes, how insane is it that 2 or 3 years back, when I committed to get more Shonen Jump titles, I started collecting Jujutsu Kaisen, and now all these years later, I finally have it all. It is bad shit insane to me. Just being here. I won't say already, because it's been a minute, but still, being here. Right. The next one is gonna answer that question I did in the beginning, which is forgetting something. Let's look into it. And next up, we have Baki the Grappler, Volume 14, Volume 15, and Volume 17. Yes, I forgot to order Volume 16. I thought I clicked it, and apparently I didn't. So I have a missing volume that I need to buy next month, which is 16, plus the other ones. Just again, looking at these volumes, the print quality, the feel to it are fantastic. The slip covers looks amazing, but what I really enjoy is actually when you take off the slip covers and look underneath, those covers just looks raw and minimalistic, just like Baki. You love to see it. So Kodama really put in a lot of effort, and I'm looking very much forward to see how they're gonna do the sequel series. Besides that, in my opinion, a bit ugly design on the covers. At least everything else will probably be to a high standard, looking at what they did with Baki the Grappler. And I think there is a high chance that next year, probably, maybe, who knows, I'm gonna look into Sunken Rock by Boichi, or at least he drew it, because I love his art. I read Dr. Stone, and Kodama does, at least with Baki the Grappler, great quality with the books. So hopefully it will be a match made in heaven, but we'll see. That's something for next year. But yes, Baki the Grappler, missing 1 volume. We only have 1 more volume to go, then we're gonna wrap this up. And that is Vagabond, the Definitive Edition, Volume 5. We are this close to be halfway through Vagabond in the Definitive Edition. I'm just looking forward every time to start reading it in those gorgeous pages, but I'm not in a rush, because I know it's gonna be a masterpiece. I mean, there's not gonna be like 99% of every manga collector out there who's gonna say it's a masterpiece, and it turns out it's actually dog shit. No, I have high hopes for this series. I have seen how it looks, I've seen how the pages are, I know the artistic restrictions and intention that went into it by drawing it with the pencil. There's a lot of things in here I'm looking very much forward to experiencing, especially in this high quality build. But yes, that is my manga haul of July 2026. Now, before we end this video, we're gonna quickly take a look at my wishlist. And I'm just going to bring up the wishlist right here. And as you can see, I committed for volume 29 and volume 30 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Just got that, so we can cross that one out. And we just bring this one down and bring up the other page. I was committed to the first 5 volumes of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. and I just managed to get volume 5, so I'm crossing that one out as well. Slow progress, slow progress. It doesn't look that impressive yet. But if you take a look at this pie chart right here, you can see I have managed to get 66% of my wish list. Holy shit. And I think we are, what, 56% or something through the year. So I'm making good pace. I've actually increased my pace compared to the former month, which is a good thing. Hopefully we can keep pace and actually manage to complete the wishlist by the end of the year. But yes, that is my manga haul of July 2026. How does your manga haul look like? And also, it turns out that in July, there was a lot of laws around the world. When I say around the world, I mean in Europe, that happened to come into effect, that affected collecting manga in Europe. First of all is that we just got a hard cap on that when things come from outside of Europe into Europe. And I think it is on each type of thing, where book is one thing. So you're gonna get taxed more when you are buying stuff from outside of Europe, which sucks. Well, not only that, in Denmark, we actually just threw out the VAT on books specifically, which is 25%. So you put an additional 25% of the price onto it, and then that's gonna become the whole package. Well, we have just removed that, so this should be cheaper. But what I don't understand is that when you didn't go to Blackwell's, the prices are insane because they don't take into account the VAT for importing books into Denmark. It's only the European one, so the prices are insane. So I actually had to do something I haven't done since 2020 when I started making manga hauls on this channel, which is to only buy books from Danish web stores, which is insane. So not only my local manga shop, local is like 6 kilometers away, but nevertheless my local one, and also another Danish one. It turns out they are much cheaper now than Blackwell. So I'm doing that until a more affordable option shows itself. Now, hopefully the prices wherever you live are not too insane and manga is affordable. And if not, I hope you prioritize the series that means the most to you. But what does your manga haul look like? And is there any tips that you personally uses that makes it more affordable to be a manga collector that you think the rest of us would actually benefit from? Me personally, just try and look in a lot of places of where you can buy books to see if they just happen to have a good deal for you specifically where you live. But whatever you think and whatever tips you have, come over with your thoughts, and as always, until we see you in the next video, just remember to stay awesome. See ya.